You're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Tim. This is Dave from Stone Mountain. How are you?
My brother Dave. What's up, man?
You know, although it's important to recognize that this is the second time Trump has made some bleeding woman statement, and he obviously has some sort of issue here, it's also more important to realize that the whole thing is like some ignorant middle school argument. You know, guess what Jimmy did? Guess what, Marion said? Guess what Rusty said? I mean, it's just beyond what's actually important so much. It's just ridiculous. You know, you've got people worried about what Trump said instead of the fact that he just sold $500 billion worth of weaponry to the Middle East, the most tumultuous place on earth. I mean, only a moron and a traitor wants to make the military-industrial complex money bad enough to move more weapons into the Middle East. It's almost like Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama want to destroy the Middle East. You don't give them weapons. I mean, it's just ignorant. If you want to do anything, you go and do it yourself or not at all, but you don't hand over violence to someone else and say, there you go, have fun. You know, it's not like handing a $5 bill to a kid at Six Flags and saying, good luck, have a good time. And so, like I said, it's important to recognize what he said about is ignorant. It's ridiculous. But it shouldn't be the narrative. There's so many important things going on, like American soldiers dying in America who can't get health care. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I just want everybody to focus on what's important, because that's not it. I mean, you said shut the F up, and you're right. You know, you said the issue. He's an idiot. It's time to move on to something that's actually important. And like health care. You know, I had a conversation with a conservative today. His name is Freedom on Twitter, Tim. And he said something that, I mean, he's so afraid that he's going to have to pay more money. He's worried about himself. He illuminated the whole problem is that that's it. You're so worried about yourself because that's the way that the system is designed to breed people that only have time to worry about themselves.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be that way. He doesn't have to do it alone. There are 320 million other Americans that he could do it together with, and he wouldn't face his health care situation by himself. And that's the whole point of Medicare for All, is that you don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, we're not trying to raise taxes on the lower. We're trying to tell the CEO making $100 billion a year, not doing jack crap, but sitting on a throne, from making money off poor, dying people. I mean, it'd be different in a $1 trillion industry or whatever it is if he had, you know, a $5 or $10 million paycheck. That's reasonable compared to the amount of money involved. But when you have somebody making trillions over decades that they don't need, that is a corrupt system that creates conservatives like that guy. And I just want to wrap by talking about the Russia thing. I just want to read one paragraph to everybody, okay? Let's talk about Russia. I want to talk about Russia, Tim. I never do, but let's talk about it, all right? Healthcare in Russia is provided by the state through the Federal Compulsory, I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing that right, Medical Insurance Fund, and regulated through the Ministry of Health. The Constitution of the Russian Federation, that's right, Russia has a constitution. The Constitution of the Russian Federation has provided all citizens the right to free health care since 1996. Isn't that like 20 years? Since 1996. In 2008, 621,000 doctors and 1.3 million nurses were employed in Russian healthcare. The number of doctors per 10,000 people were 48.3, but only 12.1 in rural areas. Now, that's Russia, everybody. Russia. the ex-communist Soviet Union, who collapsed, they were so poor, understands the intelligence behind having healthy citizens. Because no country can survive when there's sick people running around your country dying in the goddamn streets. And so that's it, man. That's the deal. I love you, Tim. Everybody, I want you to become a Patreon. I want to tell your family, your friends about Tim. What he is doing here is American democracy. The Tim Black Show is what America is about. People coming together and talking and finding solutions in a democratic manner. I'm out of here, Tim.
Man, I appreciate you, Dave. You hit the nail on the head several times, as usual. My brother, there's so much BS on TV. There's so much BS in our media. We got to fight back. We just got to fight back. I got to reach more people. Thank you so much, Dave. You inspire me as well, brother, because you're absolutely right. They talk all of this shit about Russia. At least Russia covers its people. People are so brainwashed, man. Like the guy you were talking about, what's his name? Freedom? Freedom, that's his name. Dude, we have America is the richest country in the history of countries. Do you understand? They have these people brainwashed into believing that these really nice rich people, really nice well-off people would be so hurt to have to help out with health care in the richest country ever. That's a mind screw. That's brainwashing. That is something like that you can convince a person, wow, we don't need that. And they'll watch loved ones die early and be like, well, it's just stuff that happens. Sometimes, you know, people got to die. No, they don't all, like, yeah, we all going to die. Like, but people shouldn't die because they don't have coverage, dummy. Don't be dumb, freedom. But see, I gotta pull back and say, you know what? It's the propaganda, man. Because he's been programmed to think that, Dave. They made him believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? They made him believe it. We gotta make him unbelieve it. We need him to unbelieve it. And we need him to go tell his friends to stop believing it and to open their minds up. The richest country in the history of countries can't do what much poorer countries do. There's always an excuse. Well, we're different. Well, yeah, we are different. Let's be better different, not worse different. Jesus. Yeah, we're different. We go around the globe exploiting other people, particularly brown people. That's what we do. And we exploit them here too. So yeah, we're different.